right, children, it is I, your mother. So, oh, girl, I'm naked. I ain't got on my jewelry. I was putting lotion on my hands, honey, and I ain't put on my jewelry. Stay with it. Stay with it. So, this is going to be the Real Housewives of Atlanta. It's going to be real lackluster because the episode was real lackluster. So, I can't give you what I ain't got, honey. All right, I'm dressed. Let me find my notes right quick. Let me start off by saying hello, new subscribers. Hi, old subscribers. Y'all know we go way back, all the way back to February of last year. But way back indeed. What's up, y'all? What is going on? Let me go ahead and address an issue. I am team nobody, okay? So there's team twirl, team go naked, team can. I don't care nothing about none of that. I don't care nothing about none of that. So if you're new and you're watching, and you think, oh, you have a vendetta against girl. What are you? And I also have road rage. So if this is your first time seeing me drive to work, get used to this. Let me go ahead into it. Portia is volunteering her granddaddy's foundation, volunteering to send food over to Houston. Now, I'm going to be real and let you know that Houston thing drained me when it happened. I really, really don't feel like reliving that whole situation because girl, I was pulling my hair out when it was all going on. So, but this whole episode was about that, so I'm going to have to push through. Let me see. So, Shamia calls Portia while she's getting the things together for... Oh, it's windy out here, honey. While we in tornado weather. It was snow on the ground a mere 5 days ago. Now it's hot and windy and tornado-ish. No one has time. But Shamia calls Portia while she is doing the preparations for the volunteer work and all of that. That's okay. And if y'all are new, once I get out in the weather, my nose tries it. So I have my handy brown napkin at all times. It's not the same napkin. I got a bunch of them from McDonald's and I'm running through them. And Taco Bell, they both have brown napkins. And I'm running through those napkins. Anyway, girl. So, where was I? Shamia calls. And they have a cute little conversation, and it's like they working their way back towards being good girlfriends. This truck is driving so slow, honey. It is driving 20 miles under the limit. Why? I've got to be at work. Anyway, girl, so they talk, and it looks like they on their way towards, back to, right back in love again. Candy and Cynthia meet up, and they discuss, oh no, the truck is going the same direction I'm going. I thought it was going to fork off, but it did not fork off in the road, Lord. It's just going the same direction. Anyway, child, Candy and Cynthia meet up. They're talking about the elephant room and how confused they were and all of that, honey. I wasn't paying no attention. Over at Sheree's, Tyrone calls. She tells him, what was going on, what was said. He tells her that Nene was after him, sexually. He tried to pursue. Girl, I'm having a time. She tried to pursue Tyrone back during the Apprentice time, and he don't know if they was, she was married to Greg or what, but that's what happened and all of that. So now the rumor is that Nene was trying to cheat on Greg, or allegedly or possibly trying to cheat on Greg for Tyrone. Okay. I don't know, but okay. Sheree cannot travel because of her back, so she can't make it to Houston. But what I don't understand is because we live in a world of technology, and you can get right on Amazon.com and find some sort of a back cushion brace or something that would allow you to travel, because you up walking around, you fool-la lying and carrying on, you eating burgers with your son, standing up, moving, and I know you're a little bit slower than you were before, and you grunt and groan when you get up off the seat, but niece, it looked like you probably could have made it, but I'm just gonna rock with it. Over to Riley, and this is probably gonna take the bulk of the review. Riley and Kenya are. Excuse me. Riley is learning how to drive. Granddaughter has finally turned 15. I've been waiting on Riley to turn 15 for 12 years. I've been sitting looking at this TV waiting on Riley to turn 15 for the longest time. When Candy said Riley just turned 15, I lifted my hands in praise. I clapped, and I gave God the glory. I gave it the victory, because finally, Jesus, Riley is 15. This baby has been 6 feet tall when new weave, 22 inches for 10 years. Good God. I love the baby. I do. That's my granddaughter. Love her down boots. But girl, come on now. Woo. It was a journey getting that baby to 15. But anyway, she's learning how to drive. in a G-Wagon. I learned how to drive in an old 1977 Cadillac, but that's just my business. I was 8 and I ain't had no business driving it, but I drove it right on around the block. Anyway, she's learning how to drive, and she's not doing the best job because she's a new driver, and she's, on the wrong side of the road. And what confused me, okay, my car did not want to come up this hill. What confused me about that whole you on the wrong side of the road situation, because they did like a good 2 minutes about it. And it's just like, Riley, niece, you've been riding in cars all your life. And you've been riding on the right side of the road all your life. Why you think now that you're behind the driver's seat, you're supposed to drive on the left side? That don't make sense to me. That doesn't come together for the glory and honor. But anyway, child, so they doing all of that. And once they get out, get back to the house, she took a little drive around the neighborhood. Once they get back to the house, I had looked away from the TV, but either Block called or Candy called. I think Block called. The question for that is, why is Block calling Candy about Riley? Riley is 38 years old. She has a phone. She has a cell phone. Call Riley's phone. Why are you calling Candy's phone for Riley? And maybe it's because Riley's not answering her phone. But then we have to understand that Riley did not have a daddy for 13, 14, 15. The timeline with Riley is very sketchy. I don't know how old the baby is, and I just don't understand how her age works. But she didn't have a daddy for several teen years. And when you don't have your daddy around, because, me and Tiara Marie ain't had no daddy around while we was growing up. That's why we wild and we don't give a. But when you don't have a father in your life, your presence, or your daddy is in and out, or he out flossing and styling and profiling, and don't make time for you, then you just simply don't make time for your father. That's how that is. That's how that works. Like, and I really hate to put my personal business out there because I'm leery about talking about my father, because he may watch the video and he may feel some particular kind of way, and I don't want to deal with that. I don't. But I'm going to do this. My daddy moved literally across the country when I was 5 years old. And he been gone ever since. I've seen my father since his move probably 4 times in the 18 years that he has been gone. I've spoken to my father probably less than 100 times in the 18 years that he has been gone. Now, when I was younger, he would call, we would chit chat, he would send me, toys, and they were called Daddy Grams, and it was a good time. As I grew up, he started styling, profiling without me. So I also started styling and profiling without him. And now I'm at my 23rd year of life, coming up on the 24th. And I simply I cannot find the time to talk to my daddy. I really, really, really have to carve out the time to call him. He never calls me. Never, never, never calls me. And I just simply have to make myself, or my mama and my grandmama and even my stepfather and everybody in my life have to be like, have you called your daddy? And I'm like, call him for what, girl? He ain't called me. Why I'm calling him and he ain't called me? So Riley is at that point. I remember being about Riley's age. I was 16 years old. I sat around all day on my 16th birthday waiting on my daddy to call me, and he never did. And that's when I said, all right, well, that's that then. So I understand where Riley is coming from as far as her daddy's situation. I don't understand why Block would be on Candy's phone trying to talk to Riley. That don't make sense. If she don't answer the phone, you might just have to chalk that up to that's that. Candy, you can try all you want to get this girl to talk to her father, have a relationship with her father, but he was gone. He was styling, profiling, flexing, and doing all that he was doing, and did not carve out the time for her, and now she's not willing to carve out the time for him, and that's just how that works. That's just how it works. So all of that was on my nerves. And, Riley barely spoke to her daddy while they were on the phone. Candy and Block were talking. Riley was just giving, and I'm like, oh, Lord, she don't want to be involved with this. And they get in the house, and the baby starts crying, and I really got worried. I'm really concerned about this, because the baby needs counseling. She needs counseling. She needs individual, because I know later on in the episode, Candy went over to Black's house, and they discussed, how to better parent Riley, and how they need, they need to go to counseling. Y'all don't need to go. I mean, maybe y'all do need to go to counseling, but Riley needs to go to counseling by herself. to work through this issue, and she may not ever. She may not ever. Why is this police officer blocking this road like this? I got to get to work. Yeah, so she very well may not ever. Thank you, police assist. Get on over, because I've got to get on over. Now I got to look all at the freeway, make sure I ain't about to get run over and carrying on, and I am. Oh, crap, man. Hold on, I got to let down the window and lean and carry on. All right, let me slide on in, because you ignorant. It's daytime, police officer. We can see that there's folks on the side of the road. You don't have to be in the road. The hell? I'm sorry. I done got all tangled up in the wires and carrying on. Anyway. Yeah, so we need to put Riley in counseling by herself so she can work through this thing. She really don't need to be in counseling with her mom and her daddy. Not at this point, because she don't see it for her daddy. So ain't no point in her being in counseling with her daddy when she don't see it for her daddy. She got to get to the point where she can see it for her daddy. Moving along from there, let me get over to Kenya and them. Where's my phone? Okay. Get over to Kenya and them, because I don't... Well, let me see if there's anything I missed in the meantime. Yeah, Portia and Shamia, they meet up in a hotel room. They having a good time. They back Kiki and carrying on and hugging and look like they right back where they were before, and that's cute. Let's see. So they at the Habitat for Humanity getting ready to build some situations and whatever. It's Kenya, Cynthia. Who else, child? Portia wasn't there. I don't know. I can't remember. I don't care either. But Shamia comes on behalf of Portia. And she calls and sees where they at, which house are y'all at exactly, blah, blah, blah. And Kenya did have an attitude. She did. She had an attitude. And she was like, I ain't got time to talk to y'all. Call one of the producers, ask one of the people, where we are, or something like that. And hung up. And so when Shamia got there, she had an attitude. Some more. Told the girl to get on trash bags. Shamia did. And while Shamia had the trash bags in her hand and Cynthia was actually physically working, Shamia made a statement of some sort. And Kenya talking about, less talking, more working. I hate when people do that. I hate being micromanaged. You see how my voice gave out? Because my voice didn't care about this. I really hate being micromanaged. And I hate when people try to tell me that I cannot talk and work. Maybe you can't talk and work. That don't mean I can't talk and work. I can. So all of that foolishness, I couldn't get behind. Over at Portia's thing, the food is running low. She's crying. Girl, it was just too much. And it hurt my heart because I understand. Like, you want these people to have everything they need and you're running out of what they need. And so some people are not going to get what they need, and that's just not fair. So I felt her on that one. Cynthia had her thing, honey. I didn't pay even a modicum of attention to that. And then we get over to the barbecue restaurant. They go to the barbecue restaurant and, I'm sorry, that truck sounded like he was going through some things that got on my nerves. So they get to the barbecue restaurant. Everybody's sitting around having a good time, fool-la-lying and all of that. And Kenya comes in real late to the point that the kitchen is closed. And the woman that told her the kitchen was closed, she looked real petty about it. She waited for her moment on TV to let you know the kitchen is closed. It was like a piece of attitude, a little piece of zest she gave Kenya, and it blessed me. It tickled me. If somebody would have told it to me like that, I would have been upset, but it was funny watching it. So anyway, she sat down, she got some water and carried on. Didn't nobody scrape a bean or a rib or nothing on the Kenya's plate. That's a shame. I know somebody had a little bit left over. But anyway, they sit down, and it all turns into this big thing about how Kenya was rude to Shamia. She was. She was rude to Shamia. That is fact. And she's going into, this is not the time or the place, and trying to cut off Shamia and trying not to let Shamia speak. And that's the quickest way to get me angry. That is the quickest way to upset me, is to continue to cut me off once will piss me off. To continue to cut me off, I'm not doing it with you. But she kept trying to cut her off, trying to shut her down, trying to get her to stop talking. And it's like, okay, that's aggravating. So then it turned into this thing. Kenya gets up, she storms on into the bathroom, and Portia, of all people, gets up to see if Kenya is okay. She taking off her mic, she cussing, and she talking about her husband. And it's like, girl, don't nobody care about Mark Daly. Don't nobody care about Mark Daly, Kenya, but you. There was one point in the episode where she was doing something, and she was like, my husband would not be proud, or no, he would be so proud of me. Girl, who cares? Who cares? Are you proud of you is the question. Don't nobody care about Mark Daly. I'm sorry. Moving along. So she's in the bathroom. She's taking off her microphones and carrying on. Portia comes in there, opens the door and leaves the door open so the cameras can see. That's all that really was. I don't think she was checking on her like that, but that's not my business. And Kenya storms off and she's middle fingering the camera and bye. And I'm like, oh, girl, she need that menopause med, estrogen, whatever it is for menopause. Get her some, because it's just not coming together for me. But all of that's going on. At one point, Shamia walked into the men's bathroom, and I'm just trying to understand what is going on in here. Because Kenya over there in the women's bathroom hollering and fussing. Maybe Shamia had to pee, and she just sucked it up and went on to the men's bathroom, but it was strange. So that was going on. Kenya storms out of the restaurant, gets in the car. And they're sitting out in the car. If you really are that pissed, once you get in the car, y'all driving off. But they're sitting out in the car long enough for Cynthia to be able to walk up to the car, ask her to roll down the window, lean in and say what's wrong. And Kenya is giving, oh, well, I just don't want to, and I don't want to talk about this and blah, blah, blah. And icing Cynthia out. But sis, if you really didn't want to talk about it, if you really wanted to just go back to the hotel, you would have just went back to the hotel, sitting out in the car long enough for this girl to walk up to your window, tap on it, ask you to roll it down and carry on. Means you were trying to have a moment for TV. To me, that's what that means to me. I don't have time for it. Anyway, girl, that was the episode, and I'm at work, so I'm going to let y'all go, and I'm going to see y'all later. Like, comment, subscribe, all the things the YouTubers say, and I will catch y'all whenever I come back, girl. Peace.